Let the gods, the darks from my generation, I'll take the come on, let's get it on. Forget the loss, the money, we're in this together and through it all. They said that nothing's forever and they refuse to see the change in me. Why won't they wake up?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to PWF is War, which is going to be a short video on some rumours, but the big rumour is, of course, we're going to be discussing about CM Punk. Apparently he's retired, that's what one report says, one of the dirt sheets said, Wrestling Inc. But anyway, we will discuss that in a minute. First off, I'm the host, I'm Adam, I've got my PWF team here, but first, make sure you like us on Facebook at Broadcast Wrestling Fallout. Follow us on Twitter at PWF is War, and of course, subscribe, spread the word, tell friends and fans about us. But we go with first off, we've got to say hello to Billy Gunn. Billy Gunn's here. How's it going? Any famouses?
Yeah. To those haters that hate CM Punk.
Yeah. And we got from the Bullet Club, we got poor the Arabian Wolf. He's here.
Yeah, representing the Bullet Club. You guys could follow me on Twitter at @_Arabian Wolf or like me on Facebook at PaulJazer.
And you as well. Yeah. Add him on Facebook as well. And you, Billy, you didn't say who can at Twitter.
Follow me on Twitter for Bullshit Show and like my Facebook page, Wrestling Moment.
Alright. Cool. So let's get into it. Let's start off with the CM Punk. The rumor came out today. About allegedly he's retired. It said, I go now on Laws of Pain. It said it reports that CM Punk allegedly being retired in a new interview with the Red Eye Chicago newspaper. Punk, a known Chicago Cubs fan, was being interviewed because he was one of the several celebrities who will be painting baseball park seats of a public art project and Punk was asked about being retired at the age of 35 if he would be doing more charity work, and he said it feels good to be retired, and talked about supporting charities, groups like clubs, and then he also said I will get to do some fun like bowling and painting chairs and with someone with Bill Murray, and it was super fun and for great cause. You have got athletes and actresses, magicians, and kind of people painting chairs. I'm super happy to be part of it. So that's what he said, basically. He says that he's happy retired at 35, but guys, it's from the dirt sheet. We don't know if it's really true. It hasn't really come out from his mouth. He didn't really said it on Twitter, and WWE hasn't really said anything about it. So it doesn't. To me, I still. It's still 50-50. I don't think he's actually retired, but if he has retired, well, respect to him. I'm not angry, it happens, I still be a fan of this since day one, still going to. I know some fans on my page were saying, oh, who cares, CM Punk, like, who cares, he's gone, he turned his back on the fans, like, who cares, that's what they said. But hey,
funny thing is, I don't remember
your views, guys, your thoughts on it?
Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah.
You ain't it.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems kind of fishy because I never really heard that newspaper either where they showed it on. I don't
Wrestling
know.
Inc. Oh, the newspaper.
Yeah, that newspaper.
Never heard of it.
It's only been that one newspaper. It hasn't been any around here. Nothing
It's just a local newspaper that reported on it, I believe. It's nothing mainstream that anyone's going to, acknowledge when they hear the name. So it is a small-time newspaper.
Yeah.
Local.
Yeah, maybe they twist his words around and they put that in there just to make all the fans go nuts.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's like, as you guys said, I mean, he's only been in one newspaper in Chicago, which is obviously, or ironically, is his hometown. So, you know, it's kind of you know, they just want to get, you know, get some money out of it, and you know,
it's kind of weird too, because
he
was in Chicago in a couple of days, so.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if all of it's true. It's just
one. I know he said he wanted to retire.
Yeah.
Before 2015, he said in 2012. So. But.
Yeah. I mean, he did say he wants to retire before 40 or something like that.
Yeah, before 40. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, maybe one hand you maybe shouldn't be surprised, but I still thought he might go for a little bit, another 2-3 years at max.
Yeah.
I don't. But still, I don't know. I don't think he's. You know, I don't know. I don't believe he's retired. I don't know. I got that feeling inside me thinking he hasn't retired. It's not true.
Yeah, if he does retire, this is WWE's fault for poking him wrong after he lost the WWE Championship.
Yeah, I mean, if he did left, yeah, I mean, as his last match in the Royal Rumble, having Kane eliminate him, if that was really his last match, well, that's an awful way to go. If he retired, really, kind of screwed, you know, screwed badly. But yeah, but we go with Paul now. I mean, he's been waiting patiently, so you have thoughts.
I'm kind of patient over here, but yeah, you know, just like Billy said, you know, a lot of the fans, you know, everyone has their difference in opinion, their preference. The majority of them though did turn on him when he left, and you know, they said who needs him or like who cares, things like that. If I remember correctly, when Stone Cold took his ball and went home when he didn't want to fall to Brock Lesnar,
that's what I said to fan.
Supporting him to the end of the day. Their hero, Stone Cold Steve Austin, took his ball and went home. He's not gonna work with the WWE anymore. He's gone, and they supported him. So I don't see any reason why they wouldn't support CM Punk. If anything, the biggest word that comes to mind is they're hypocrites. But, you know, ever since the Royal Rumble to now, there's been a lot of speculation, a lot of propaganda surrounding this whole situation, this whole scenario with Punk leaving. Is he gone? Is it a work? Is it a shoot turned into a work? You know, it's really hearsay at the end of the day, and people are just trying to gather information, you know, day by day and try to figure out what's going on and put the pieces to the puzzle together. You know, in my opinion, I believe that interview was real. I don't see why it wouldn't be. I believe the paper is a legit local newspaper, a small-time newspaper that, you know, interviewed him and reported on it. So I have no problem with the credibility about that. But the thing that is weird is, you know, Billy told me before that they had CM Punk and AJ Lee advertised for a SmackDown, I believe, in June. And, you know, two wrestlers at the moment that are both not active on the current roster for their own different reasons, Punk being his problem and AJ asking for time off. So, you know, I don't know why they would. I could understand them messing up and advertising AJ, but how could you mess up that bad and advertise Punk, a guy that's been a free agent on the roster for the last 4 months? Another thing is he's been getting paid royalties ever since he left after the Royal Rumble. Stone Cold's royalties were cut after 2 weeks from an absence from his breach contract. So that's one big thing. Yeah. I could be wrong as well, though, because CM Punk is his name. So maybe he is getting royalties because it is his name. But then again, it's still a breach of contract for him not competing. So there would be some downfall to that. There would be some circumstances and repercussions of him not, you know, fulfilling the contractual obligations. Right. So, you know, it's really up in the air right now. I don't know. With Payback being so soon and then just releasing both of those things in one day, who knows what could happen? Can they possibly be a Payback? It's a shot in the dark, but I wouldn't doubt it. I don't think this is the last we're going to see of CM Punk. And you know, the way the story came out and the timing it came out at is it's just as suspicious to me as anything. So we're going to see what happens, let it play out, hopefully for the best. Hopefully he returns. You know, it's what he wants to do. It's what he's happy about. If he doesn't want to return, I support him. If he does, I support him. So it is what it is at the end of the day. I'm just happy he's getting some well-rested time off.
Yeah, I mean, he looks much younger than his age. I mean, if you look at recent pictures of him, you know, he
got bigger.
He's put on weight, right? Yeah. He's not skinny anymore.
He's put on muscle.
He's even letting his hair grow too.
Yeah, he's got and he's getting married to AJ Lee, so he's looking good for him. He's looking, you know, I think even if he does retire, if he did, you know, it's a great age to retire. You know, on one hand, you know, got nothing to. He's got money. He's got money. He doesn't need to, you know.
He retires. I'm happy I saw him at a live event.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's pretty cool.
That is.
It is. There's so much shit scattered in my head right now. I'm sure there's other things I wanted to say. I'm sure they'll pop into my head later before we end the show.
I don't know. It's just like all this shit comes out at once. You're just like, what the hell's going on? You don't know.
Mhm.
You know? It's just all at once. It's crazy.
It's great. I just thought, wow, it's like
I was
when
just
I-
like,
today. I was like,
what the fuck?
I just because me and Paul have been saying it's it's a work. It's a kind of a it's legit. He's tired and everything. I thought it's going to end up being a work. He's going to eventually come back and return.
He also made that tweet the other day too.
Yeah, he's been tweeting. He's been tweeting about baseball or something.
Tweeted today too.
What do you say?
You can say Machi.
Yeah, it's not enough about wrestling. Just I think about his
No, of
team.
course.
I think it's about baseball, isn't it, or hockey?
Oh, baseball, hockey.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
You know, it's weird. He took off his Twitter background too.
Yeah.
It's blank.
But yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at the guys who comment on my page about saying CM Punk says like, one guy said, well, it's like a dude, he walked down on the fans. It's pretty much saying, why do you care about him if he didn't care about you? This is why fans like him, I don't think they're the phony fans. They're the ones didn't support. They probably didn't know who CM Punk was, and then eventually they started to like him. And then when he probably turned heel or something, didn't want to know him.
Yeah.
Now he's gone. They have a reason to like him. Oh, okay.
Those are the fucking bandwagons that will hop back on his bandwagon when he does come back.
Yeah, I mean, some of them say, good, stay retired.
They'll see his fucking music hit, see him walk down, be like, oh my god, it's Punk. Yeah, you're back.
Apparently,
That's what I hate people like that.
The majority of people, especially online fans, they like to sway with the masses and agree with everyone most of the time. They're not critical thinkers. They can't form their own opinion. They just go with the flow. They go with whatever. They try to blend in. I don't like blending in. I like to stand out.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying this. They can't have their opinion. They can have their opinion. Right, everyone allowed their opinion, but I'm just saying. I think it's a bit, from my view, I think it's a bit.
I mean,
funny, ridiculous. I'm saying it.
You have your own
Much,
opinion,
but don't just shoot your mouth off for no reason. That's
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
you're
pretty
wasting
much.
everyone's time, including your own. And if that's what you want to do, be my guest. But
But he is.
Yeah. Don't say he turned his back on his fans when you're the one turning his back on.
at the end of
It's
the
like
day,
a job. I mean, you quit. You're like what? You turn your back on the customers? Like, come on. Like,
Wait, what about when Brock and Austin he turned their back on their fans?
that's what happens when you're in the limelight. You get ridiculed and criticized beyond belief. So he's used to it. They all are.
Like the Rock too. The Rock turned his fans on his fans. No, he did
well, it's
not.
alright for The Rock to go and leave to Hollywood.
I don't care.
Yeah,
I will always be a Rock.
But Lesnar walked
Brock
away.
Lesnar went to UFC. Just
See, with Rock, it's different, though. I don't have a problem with him leaving for Hollywood at all. What I did have a problem with him was when he would return and say, I'm not going anywhere, and then leave again. Why are you
Yeah.
that made no sense.
He said that I will never leave the WWE ever again.
Oh, Rock, where are you in Hollywood again?
He's just doing PG films or whatever.
I don't hate the guy. It's just funny how he said he'll never leave.
Rock's films aren't PGA. Rock's actually, 2013, he was the top grossing actor in the world.
Yeah.
But some of his films PG, not all of them. No.
Yeah, he made like almost $70 million.
I mean,
a year.
he's a good actor. You can't take away from him. He's a great actor. So.
No, he was really good.
What he does, I'm a fan of him. Even though he said that I will never,
I've been
I'll never leave the WWE.
I've been a fan of him since day one.
Yeah. I haven't turned his back on him. No. Like CM Punk. If CM Punk wants to do something else, I mean, there was rumors about was it UFC or whatever?
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay.
But
Punk never said he was going to do UFC. He just goes there as a fan, and people over speculate.
Yeah, he likes to go and watch UFC. He says that's one of his favorite things.
Yeah. He likes to sit with I think the owner of the UFC guy, Dana.
Because when you're,
Dan White, yeah.
When you're a professional wrestler, you don't want to watch what you do, That's the thing. You want to watch it all the time.
So, you know,
go out in the public without getting fucking, attacked by fans.
must be hard. I mean, it must be hard for him to go to this
Price
trip.
he paid. He was signing up for it. He knew what he was getting into.
I mean, that's what happens when you go and be like a wrestler, and they know you from the WWE, and you walk down to the street or go to buy something, and then they spot you, and then they go mental. Some of them go mental, and some of them, normal, respectful, but it must be, yeah. I mean, a lot of them take pictures and say on the dirt sheet, "Oh, CM Punk went to the hockey game," or "CM Punk went this somewhere today." And this.
Oh, like what we did. Maybe few people took a picture, said Punk's here, and it was actually a picture from 2012.
But overall, guys, do you think is it true? Do you think he's retired now at age 35? Or
I don't know. That little newspaper thing that came out, in my opinion, I feel like it's just for publicity. Even though it's from a small column, it's obviously about CM Punk, and it's going to make its way to the dirt sheets, and it's going to get a shitload of exposure to wrestling fans. And, I don't know. There's just something about it and the time framing that it's happening, and his recent return to Twitter and all the other things wrapped around. And, there's still a piece to the puzzle that's missing, and nobody could find it. So we'll find out soon enough if he's gone if he's gone or if he's not gone. So I don't know. It's really up in the air. I wouldn't doubt it though if he does return. It's really not that far fetched as most fans make it out to be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm not saying that to be selfish because I want to see him back. I'm saying that because just all the information that we've seen since the Royal Rumble till now, something still doesn't add up. Why would he announce he's retired in some little tiny newspaper?
Yeah, he didn't say like a send off. He didn't say goodbye to the fans, really.
No, it didn't really say nothing like that in the newspaper. I was saying retired.
It's just I mean, what a newspaper's going to tell? Oh, I'm retired. I mean, Stone Cold, when he said he retired, he didn't say it from a little newspaper, did he?
The announcers though, JR and them announced that.
Yeah. He didn't say on the newspaper though, like a Texan who from Texas. Oh.
Yeah, but they didn't announce it right away, did they? They waited a couple of days after he left.
Austin?
Yeah.
I think they waited 5 days or almost a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they were still ironing out all the details to see if it was legit, and come to find out he was done. And with Punk, my thing is, why wait all this time, 4 months now, and then finally just say, "Oh, I'm retired" in some little tiny newspaper.
Yeah.
And then a couple for payback in your hometown of Chicago.
Yeah, I don't know. Some don't seem right.
It's just fishy for me. I don't know.
That and then just the thing about him being biased on July 25th, SmackDown.
Yeah, they said there's an error or something.
Error. Okay, error that was his return. Nice.
But they've been doing that. That was the second time, though, isn't it? They've done it before.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird they did it twice, but okay.
They're teasing us with something. I swear.
Yeah. And he's still under contract until he spars in July. So we don't know.
He went on The Talking Dead, I believe. What was it, a month or a month and a half ago, if I'm thinking properly? And he was under contract when he went on that show, so WWE had to approve that appearance. You can't just go appear anywhere you want when you're under contract.
No.
So that was approved by WWE. He's still receiving royalties. We know that. He's still under an act.
He must be. Yeah. I think he is for sure. But I know we all of us, all three of us. Yes, we would love to see, obviously, CM Punk to return, but we're not going to cry about it or beg. No. Some fans think we're begging and crying for him to return. No, we're not doing that. We respect whatever he decides. If he doesn't return or not, we respect it. He's living well. Looking younger than he is. He's not tired anymore. So good luck to him. Good luck to him. Whatever he's gonna do next.
Yeah, exactly. Who could blame him if he's done?
I don't. He worked his socks off. He worked his socks off since he been in the Indies around the world, been to OVW, and to get called up obviously in 2006 in the ECW version, and to get to Raw and SmackDown, being champion for and.
People don't recognize that. Like the kid's been wrestling since he was 16, 17, non-stop till Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I mean he's been of course he's a winner. Yeah, I mean he's obviously a Ring of Honor talent. been wrestling everywhere. So they don't know the indies, you know, obviously the kids, so they don't really know much his background. So, but he's worked really hard and he deserves it. And I see him obviously in the Hall of Fame one day. So,
Oh, no doubt. First ballot Hall of Famer.
yeah, I already see him that. Yeah, so.
Any other rumors you guys wanted to jump into?
Yeah, just one or two more, and that's it, really, and then we can close the show. I mean, I don't think NXT Takeover really started, has it?
No.
The pre-show starts in like 22 minutes, so.
Yeah, so it's like a pre-show they do. Yeah, they do talking. But yeah, we can. There's some other rumors like was it Christian? So that there's people in WWE who wants to hire Christian as a producer or agent when his contract expires. Talks within WWE even before the recent concussion is that Christian's ring career is expected to be phased down this year. So
I see him getting worked into like a talent scout type of position.
I can see him a trainer, to be honest with you, but probably not NXT or something. I don't know why. I feel he's gonna, when he does finish wrestling, I do see him helping with the NXT young talent and Perform Center. So yeah, I think he's going to be a trainer probably. Well, that's just my opinion, but
Yeah, he'll end up being a trainer or a talent scout or something like that. Something like a role like Regal has now. He'll probably get worked into.
oh, he could be an agent because Regal does some scouting as agent. So yeah, he could do that.
Most of you see Regal do a lot of scouting at Pro Wrestling Guerrilla and Preston City Wrestling, places like that.
He went to Brazil recently, didn't he? He gone to other countries. So,
You'd be surprised where you could find talent that are fucking just completely insane and completely unheard of.
And he's the man to scout the talent because he was to me underrated as a wrestler. So to me, so you know, a Christian is sad because I always thought he could have been done bigger things. I don't know. He could have been champion a lot earlier. He could have been had not just one title and few. You know, he should have had because I don't know. Should have.
Don't forget he was TNA champion too.
Yeah, but. Yeah, he was, but who really remembers them? You know? Some fans don't know that. You know, I mean, the title was what at the time was NWA title.
Yeah, he had
So he's like, you know, he was called obviously Christian Cage, but I don't know. I think he's. I don't know. I would like to see him one more time have a last run as a champion. Just one more. That's it, really. And then he can retire. Yeah. I'm sure he's getting a lot of injuries, you know, recently.
Yeah.
Concussions, leg injury. You know.
It catches up. It really does, man. These guys got
I know, yeah. He's done a lot of TLC matches, so it doesn't surprise me. So
that's what happens when you get older. Your bones start to break more, and you have concussions and all that.
Yeah, do you want to move on to the other rumor, or you want to? Any last say?
I guess I hope he recovers. I hope he does get one last decent run out of him before he's done, and I hope he does get worked into some other role as far as talent scout or a trainer down in NXT or something to do with production. Anything to keep him in the business. You know, the guy's got a great mind for it, and he'd be an asset to the company.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure. I mean, if they lose to someone like that, it will be a loss, in my opinion. But. Hopefully we'll see what happens.
It's not really his fault. They pushed him so late. That's why.
No, I blame the booking mostly, and Vince McMahon as well, saying you know his face is not WWE standards or something.
It speaks of Vince with the butt chin.
Yeah. Now it's a model contest now in WWE.
Yeah, it's not a beauty pageant, Vince. Come on.
Come on.
Yeah, but
It's not ballet. Come on.
Look at
I thought he finally moved past that, but I guess not.
What about Edge? Edge wasn't even a beauty standards. And he
Edge had
got
the look. Edge had the look, but he wasn't a typical WWE wrestler.
Yeah, he was just something different that everybody liked.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. But yeah, we can move on to the other rumor about Tyson Kidd saying WWE is planning on turning Tyson Kidd into a masked wrestler. He's reported already had a mask designed by a man who makes luchador masks and the feeling that the kid is a talented wrestler that then which was a Tyson Kidd character for long, that's nothing they can do with him past the premier level. So.
I don't understand why there's nothing they could do with him. Like, I honestly thought that when they brought up the idea of mixing together Evan Bourne and Tyson Kidd as a tag team, which was, I honestly said that like a week or two before they even mentioned it on the dirt sheets.
They kind of said that a few weeks ago. So, yeah.
I thought that was a phenomenal idea. You know, two great athletes, two good high flyers. Tyson Kidd being the last graduate from the Hart family dungeon. Evan Bourne, you know, the guy, they haven't had anything for him creative-wise, and he's been ready to return for fucking like 6 months now, I believe. So I said that's the perfect pairing right there, and they could have been brought up to the main roster with the lack in the tag team division as of late, and I think they would have done great with it.
Mm-hmm. They would have. It's on his phone.
Yeah, CM Punk keeps calling. I'm not answering.
Anything can happen in PWF as well. You know, could have been Samuel Shaw, but I don't think he can. He's got a straight jacket on, so he can't.
Yeah, no. Not happening.
I don't think he can afford one. But
as far as Tyson Kidd with a mask, you know, if it's gonna get TV time and it's gonna, you know, get the guy out there and give him some exposure on the main roster and, you know, make him a little bit more money, which he deserves. You know, I'm all for it. It's all what makes him happy at the end of the day. But, you know, I still believe, you know, with WWE's logic, that there is more they can do with him than just throw a mask on the guy and send him out there. But that's just my.
Yeah, but it'd be one hand doing something with him. You know, he's not been doing pretty much nothing. They just sticked him in NXT for a while now and Superstars or maybe main event. They're not really. He's not been on Raw or SmackDown, the bigger shows. You know, he just
stupid 4-minute matches, and he either loses more for the majority of it, or he wins the Blue Moon. And you know, well, you're not really going to get anybody behind this guy when you're just using him like that. You're not utilizing him properly, so he's not going to get over.
I remember when he got. I think it was a year ago now when he beat. What was it? A year ago, 2 years ago when he beat Tenzai. I think it was a qualifier, Money in the Bank, and that pop he got was pretty. It was really over. I mean, the fans were really into him, and then after the Money in the Bank, that pay-per-view, they didn't use him. He died away. So, but he really, when he beat Tenzai at that time, he was just really got that big pop, and everyone thought he can do it. You know, he could go out to win the Money in the Banks. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, you know, on one hand, you know, him wearing a mask, yeah, he shouldn't really need a mask to get him, you know, more over, to get him over. Really.
He's not bland. He has charisma, and there is something to work with there.
Yeah.
In-ring ability is as solid as it gets. He just needs to work on mic skills. I thought he's improved a lot, actually.
Yeah, he didn't. He killed. I mean, I think last week NXT he cut like a little heel kind of. It sounded like a heel. That's, you know, segment with Adrian Neville. So
he goes,
it was pretty decent.
He goes, I was tag team champion. Fact.
Yeah, I like that when he said fact.
He seemed like a heel right there. Like,
maybe he would turn heel.
Yeah, but then Adrian Neville said he's gonna beat Tyson Kidd and take him down.
Yeah. Dude, that was badass.
I thought he was gonna hit him, but no, he just like, okay, and just walked out, you know, out of the ring, and just like, okay.
That match tonight's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking for. I think it's gonna be a show too. I think. So.
Oh no, yeah, I already know it's gonna steal the show. What's the other? What else is on the card that's actually good?
Tyler Breeze against Sami Zayn, I think.
I hope
that's good. That's a good match.
Tyler Breeze is a good wrestler, but he needs to step up when it comes to a guy like Sami Zayn.
I like Tyler Breeze. I think he's really good. I like his gimmick.
I wouldn't say really. I think he's good. He has potential, but Sami Zayn is the it factor, and he needs to.
Oh yeah.
I hope he's ready.
Well, he's been ready. He maybe had those 2 amazing matches with Cesaro, so I think, to me, I think he is ready for the main roster.
I think he is ready because they've been having him and Adrian Neville have dark matches on Raw.
So, yeah.
So.
Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, yeah. I think NXT TakeOver will be, just like NXT Live, I think it's going to be better than that. I think it's going to be a really good show.
I don't know. What else is on the card? You got
Ascension. I think Ascension against El Loco.
Oh, that's so stupid. That's gonna be horrible. But
Yeah, I'd be okay. But, yeah.
If there's an upset, it'd be kind of.
But I was gonna say about one thing I forgot about mentioning about Tyson Kidd. I think it was a year ago or something like that. A few months. Yeah, it was something like a year ago. He did wear a mask a few times, and he teamed up with El Loco.
Yeah.
I think it was SmackDown. He wanted to.
Ricardo.
Yes. So it's not like the first time he's going to be wearing a mask.
Was that actually on SmackDown, or was it like?
Yeah, it was SmackDown and maybe a live events, I think, as well.
Oh, okay.
Just thought to add that to that as well. But yeah,
That's what's going on today. A little crazy.
Yeah, there's one about I don't know if you want to discuss it about Undertaker.
Depending on what it is. Did
It's
he?
about streak. It's about streak. Yeah. It's like he's saying that the Undertaker's still banged up with the match with Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 30.
Wow.
Still banged up to this day, and he says that there's still no indication that Taker will be back for next year's WrestleMania, which is 31, and there are higher ups in the WWE believe that Vince McMahon didn't make the decision for the Undertaker to lose at the last minute, but simply waited until the last minute to let everyone or anyone to know. There's still a lot of eternal belief that Taker losing was the wrong call.
I don't know. You know, it's all about preference, and it really is Taker's choice. But I'm just one of those persons. In my opinion, I believe this streak should have stayed undefeated, because Brock Lesnar's not capitalizing with that momentum.
Yeah. Again, Samuel's sure enough, man. But yeah, yeah. I mean, as you said, Brock Lesnar ended the streak. He beats Undertaker. He cut, the next night. Yes, he did. They cut like a promo and what they did next. That's it. He's gone to vacation. He's not. He's not having like other dates. He's appeared. I mean, I don't expect him to be every Monday or something like that, but he could have appeared a lot more. He just beat the Undertaker, goodness sake. I mean, but he goes away. I mean,
He just left all the dirty work to Heyman, and in my opinion,
it's really.
I think I don't know how
And
you.
Taker hasn't responded to it as well. He's not.
Well, you gotta look at it this way. That's Brock's contract. He has limit dates.
Yeah.
He takes a break. I don't know why.
Well, like one of my buddies, Eric, one of my good friends I went to school with, mentioned, he said with Lesnar gone and Heyman, having to make up for that, it kind of is overshadowing to Cesaro, in a way. He's kind of being overshadowed by Brock Lesnar conquering the streak, in my opinion. And I don't know. I felt like he was more over and he had more momentum going for him when he was on his own. And as hard as that is to say, because he's with Paul Heyman, so people are probably looking at me like, what do you mean? But it is kind of true.
Mm-hmm.
He's overshadowed a tiny bit.
Yeah, because he does. First, it always says, Brock Lesnar conquered the streak, and he keeps talking about. He doesn't really talk much about Cesaro. It's like a little bit there. It's more Brock Lesnar and
That's
Brock Lesnar's this.
He left the dirty work with Heyman. Heyman has to step for it.
Because they have to make him, they have to make sure that Brock Lesnar's still,
Relevant.
Relevant and still in the WWE, basically. But no, Brock Lesnar. I'm a fan of his, but I don't like how he's only limited dates. I think he needs to appear a lot more, especially he ended the Undertaker's defeating streak. So you should be doing that, but hey, it was the Undertaker's choice in the end of the day. I don't think it was Vince McMahon's choice more. I think it was more Undertaker's choice of saying that I wanted Brock Lesnar to end the streak. I think it was a few years ago. He wanted Brock Lesnar to end the streak, so pretty much.
Remember, if
Even though we don't like it, but that's how it is.
I don't know. I feel when Brock
have to
comes
respect
back,
it.
Paul Heyman's going to turn on Cesaro. And that's how that feud's going to start. Watch.
that could, that's a great get at me.
I see that happening.
It's gonna be
Eventually,
awesome.
yeah.
With him being overshadowed by Brock Lesnar, Cesaro gets fed up, thinks he was doing better on his own, and he turns his tides and he turns complete face. Heyman and Lesnar are still full-out heels, and they just go at it maybe at SummerSlam or something. We'll have Lesnar versus Cesaro, Hunter versus Reigns. I think that'd be a good pay-per-view if it all works out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. You mean,
That's
I'm
actually
sure. Yes, I think it will happen because Cesaro will probably get fed up hearing Paul Heyman saying, "Well, Lesnar conquer the streak, conquer the streak." I mean, it's gonna give you a headache. I mean, come on.
I want to see him give like Lesnar a UFO. That'd be epic.
I think it could be a great match. I think it could be because I think Cesaro, Brock Lesnar is a good athlete, and so Cesaro is a great work.
What about Bray Wyatt versus Brock Lesnar? That would be pretty weird.
I don't know. That'd be strange.
That would be strange. I don't know who to face.
You got like the Scream versus the Spider, I guess. You know what I mean? But when he screams and then he just Bray Wyatt walks like that spider
Who they're
thing.
going to cheer for. Bobby's who they're going to cheer for. Bray Wyatt.
I think they will chant Bray. I think they're going to cheer for Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
More likely.
Besides Bray
Brock
Wyatt,
Lesnar.
they don't have a top heel. Besides Bray Wyatt and the Authority, those are the only really heels that are evoking huge reactions, in my opinion. They need another top guy. Prince Devitt. Fabulous heel. He could play the part better than anyone.
Well, one of the best heels.
Yeah, he could. I think I can't wait until he's in NXT and have that first match.
There also was that other quick rumor that they did for the June 2014 magazine where Dean Ambrose refers to Rollins and Reigns as his former partners.
Yeah, but that was supposedly that was taken before WrestleMania. Supposedly.
I don't know. I don't
Did
think they do the magazine interviews that much in advance, like 5 months. I don't know about that.
I don't know
It
either.
comes out to be completely irrelevant to what's really going on.
If it was taken before that, then that's just stupid.
I don't know. I always thought that they did them a month prior. So
No, they just keep all the interviews and they come out whenever they want.
So I was gonna say, I don't know. There's a rumor about Rey Mysterio, or you want to leave it?
What about Rey Mysterio? That he's retiring?
Well, it says that Rey's got word that Vince McMahon had renewed his contract to 1 year, even though there was no option period for 1 year in his contract. However, WWE contracts are allowed to be frozen if it's an injury, event of injury. So WWE's feeling is that Rey's missed so much time to his contract due to injuries that owns them time. He was removed through May 2015 on basis, but has very strong downside, so he'll make good money whether it's often on TV or not. But he's injured because of a hand injury. Right?
Yeah, I honestly think that's really cool with WWE. That's really cool that they gave him, it's his time earned, and even though he was injured, they're gonna let him finish it off. And I think that's really respectable. That's great business ethic right there.
Yeah, I mean, he's a WWE legend to me right now because he's been there for so many years and worked so hard, and he's like everyone like.
The fans turned on him too. I feel so bad for the guy.
At the Royal Rumble, why were you boo him? That's like the first time I ever heard him got booed in his
I don't
career.
think they were booing him. I think they were booing at the fact that it wasn't Daniel Bryan. I don't think any other person that would have came out in that number 30 spot would have gotten cheered, unless it was like Chris Jericho, like a surprise entrant maybe. That's other than that they would have gotten.
Someone big, yeah. But it could have been anybody. Unfortunately, it was Rey Mysterio.
But that's the thing. They were saying that pretty much there's speculation that all the way back, even before the Rumble, that Daniel Bryan was planned to be going into that main event, and he wasn't going to be in the Royal Rumble. So, as far as I'm concerned, he was already planned to face Triple H, and he was planned to go into that Royal Rumble. So Punk wasn't really worked into the picture when he was still there, which kind of is a little bit weird.
I think that's why he left. Because he was, or took a break.
But like I said,
It's a lot. Takeover's coming on, so.
Yeah, we're just gonna end the show. So so any last thoughts about Rey Mysterio?
No, I just hope he gets back. He's healthy. He's able to, finish strong with the last year of his contract. He deserves to. Hopefully, he can get a good feud with a good technical wrestler going before he's done.
Yeah, because he's never really had much storylines involved in the last 2 years, maybe, or something like that.
The storyline I liked with him was with him and Eddie Guerrero.
But even have maybe last run, maybe as champion, because I never think he never really holds a champion.
He didn't hold it that long. That was
No, he lost. You know how he lost it. So you know,
I
it
like
would be
this
nice.
Guerrero and Angle. Him and Angle had a killer match to open that paper. What was the pay-per-view they opened up? I can't remember. But man, that was a great match. Great match.
Angle, yeah, versus Mysterio. Yeah, he had great matches. You know, he had.
I just hope they give him a decent run before he's ready to retire.
Yeah. So there was some other rumor about Batista, but we can just leave it. We can't leave it. We can leave it, but you know.
What about that? He's hoping he might leave next week on Raw. His last Raw.
He says, he says he's likely finished with WWE for the time being, and next week's Raw, 1 point, WWE wanted Batista to put over Roman Reigns in the singles match before he leaves TV. So that's good.
He never put him over, but he got his ass kicked by Reigns like 3 times.
But didn't he pin him though at Extreme Rules though? Roman Reigns did pin Batista.
Pin Batista because everybody else was outside of the ring dead from Seth Rollins crossbody.
So he kind of did put him over in one way.
Yeah.
In one way. So.
Batista's lost more than he's won since he's been back, so he's been putting people over.
So yeah, you can't really hate on Batista. He hasn't really won really any matches. I don't mind him. So.
He just won't put over small people.
Well, he tapped out to Daniel Bryan, so.
His best friend was Eddie Guerrero, and he won't put over small people.
Yeah, okay. Maybe now that's the new Batista way.
The modern age Kevin Nash.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. There was something about the Four Horsemen. They're going to do like a Four Horsemen female version of it, with Natalia involved. Yeah, did you see that?
Sounds kind of cool, but it could easily become a complete...
I think they're going to be MMA stars, I think, in it as well, and with Natalia. Don't know.
What the
fuck?
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say about that.
Alright,
MMA females.
for a second, then when you started saying all that stuff, it just went downhill.
And then you said MMA fight? No.
Yeah, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think we could turn Natalia heel because
four
she's not
UFC. Well, MMA.
The Bellas draw more than her. Paige draws more than her. AJ draws more than her. So why are you keeping her face still? Turn her heel. It has nothing to do with merchandise sales or anything. Turn her heel and give her a push.
Exactly. Yeah.
You don't have to worry about a decline in sales.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I think they should turn her because she's getting really fed up with Total Divas. I don't know why. I don't think she suits much Total Divas.
It looks like that's what they were edging to at first, with her getting upset with Nikki Bella those 2 nights in a row. So it looks like they were edging then, but we haven't seen anything since.
Nope. Hopefully this is it. Maybe they will turn her heel and make her more serious because really, I don't know. She's just been a bit soft for me. I mean, she's great. She's great wrestler, no doubt, but I don't know. Something missing with her. She's a bit bland. Bit boring.
Vibe that came off her when she first debuted. She had the heart when they did the Heart Foundation 2.0. She had the look. She was interesting.
Yeah, and when she won the Divas title first time, it was like really wow. Yeah.
She needs that chip on her shoulder again, or she's just gonna fall down the well.
Pretty much. Yeah.
She loses tonight. That's it. She's going really down.
Well, there's no way she's gonna win tonight. It's a given.
Her third drunk ass is gonna get involved.
Okay, so nothing really else really discussed. There was something about Jennifer Hudson.
No, we don't need to
talk
about we're not gonna talk about that.
We don't need to talk about her and her husband, fucking David Otunga. Nobody cares.
The rest of it was just interviews. Really.
It actually reminds me of that time where Punk went up to David Otunga and he said he tried searching his name in on Google, but all the things that came up was Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah, it says that.
That was hilarious.
It was funny.
But alright.
Well, it's true though. But yeah, let's now close the show. So you want to leave your plugins now quickly? Let's go. Billy.
Yeah, just follow me on Twitter at BruceBall860.
You, Paul?
You could follow me on Twitter at @_ArabianWolf or add me on Facebook at PaulJader.
Yeah, and you of course can like us on Facebook at Broadcast Wrestling Fallout, and of course follow us on Twitter PWF is Raw, and also you can join our Facebook group is Broadcast Wrestling Fallout, which you can discuss WWE, TNA, Ring of Honor, and Indies with everyone. And of course, make sure you do subscribe if you haven't already. Come on, click that subscribe button. What are you waiting for? You know. But spread the word and tell friends, other wrestling fans to check us out. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the show, like us, and see you guys for tomorrow's NXT Takeover review. Alright, laters now.